50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 609. Today is Tuesday, December 30th, 2025. We're coming at you a little earlier, everyone. It is New Year's Eve tomorrow, so we figured instead of our regular program on Wednesday, we're going to do you on Tuesday. We'll preview our Week 17 power rankings. We'll recap Sunday Night Football and Monday, and then we'll have college football playoffs, quarterfinal playoff picks and preview. Joe, thank you again for coming on. How you doing? Coastal Carolina up 14-3.
Oh, yeah, looking good, huh?
Yes, sir. They're looking good. They're
what
playing
bowl
La
they playing
Tech.
in?
Actually, it's 14-6 right now. But they were 10-point underdogs. Let me see, because I took – Coastal Carolina was a 10-point underdog.
I was watching in their conference bowl game, the J-Lab Birmingham Bowl. It was App Stew and Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern put a whooping on them.
Independence Bowl in Shiverport, Louisiana.
That's fun, man. Hey,
Yeah.
down in the bayou, kind of.
And they're definitely La Tech had the home crowd. And Deshaun Claire's came in, and they're up 14-6 right now, kid.
Yeah, they played tough all year, went 500, but if they win this, they'll be above 500. So, wanted to get on with E today, but we are missing one of the three musketeers here.
Yeah, he's got a new job, and the schedule is not helpful for right now. But he said we're gonna get a 3-man POC come early in 2026. So
big things coming.
So everything good with you, kid? How's the weekend?
Yeah, just planning to bring in the good new year. Got some reservations, what
nice.
I mean?
What are you doing for New Year's Eve?
Yeah, that's what I got. I got dinner reservations,
Nice.
Probably I know different pod, but probably gonna watch some Risen tonight.
Oh, wow.
They got a sick card, and I don't know if you saw what I dropped.
I saw you tweet. Risen will always.
That's
something?
what we need. We need more of the, whether it's being commissioned or if it's just fan art. At the end of the day, bring back the legendary posters.
Did UFC ever do anything on New Year's Eve?
Maybe it was like, I do remember a lot of the Japanese promotions, Pride.
Okay.
Risen.
All
He
right.
had done it for a while. You had some kickboxing one, so K1 Glory, the whole nine.
How did you do Week 17? I know I was on with Elvis. How did you do for Week 17?
Like my overall?
Yeah, overall.
Oh,
I guess what was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, I went 12-5 actually, dude. So it was a good get back. Kind of being on a hiatus for some years, honestly, and then going 12-5 made me feel good. So I guess I got my pulse on the game, as you said. We've watched football for our whole life. Baseball, wrestling, basketball, even. I mean, hey, racket sports. We could, kind of pinpoint what's going on just based off the athleticism it takes to do it. So I was surprised I got that good of a record, but my biggest takeaway was a lot of the surprises. The dark horse teams kind of rising to the occasion, like in the AFC. Jags, I think nobody wants to play them, and then
they're for real, man.
49ers, that they can come and steal the 1 seed. I think that's a big thing. Like, the Bears did prove their worth, but the 49ers, if they go into next week and win, getting that 1 seed was the least expected thing, I think, out of this whole thing. And I'm kind of kicking myself, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had gotten on the pod sooner, because I had an inclination that they were a Super Bowl dark horse. That a plus 2,000 bet on them. If you put 100, or if you had 1,000 lying around, that's not often that you do. But if you were to place that bet, you would have come up pretty big. And now the odds are swaying in their favor. So maybe there's still some value there, but that's what I've kind of taken.
Yeah, I think we get there with the dog of the week with the Miami. We didn't even need the point. Quinn,
you and I,
yes, at home, and it's what's going to be the funniest, kid. The funniest in the AFC South is going to be Buccaneers beat the Panthers, and everyone thinks it's a play-in, right? No, it's not a play-in, because if Atlanta winds up winning next week and it's a 3-way tie, Carolina wins the division. How crazy is that?
Really? So, like, the Falcons help the Bucks out?
Yes, so the Falcons, by winning last night against the Rams, helped the Panthers, because if the Saints wind up winning Week 18, who do they play?
They're playing each other. It's a lot of in-division games going into Week 18. The schedule makers knew ahead what they needed to do.
Yeah, so the Saints,
Carolina and Bucks, and Saints and
so actually
Falcons.
Well, that doesn't work, because I want Tyler Shuck to win Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Don't you think he has it locked up?
We're going to see, because Saturday night, if McMillan goes crazy and they win and the Saints win and Atlanta's out and Carolina gets into the playoffs, I think they're going to value it more. But he's 5-3 as a starter. He's won 5 of his last 7 games. If he goes 6-3 as a starter, I mean, how do you not give it to Tyler Shuck?
It seems like it's, at one point, it seemed like there wasn't a clear favorite, like how it looks for the playoff teams. But I think it's kind of like a 2-dog race between like MVP, maybe Defensive Player of the Year, like you're saying, Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's really coming down to only a couple of guys right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, right now for Offensive Rookie of the Year,
it's between Tet and Shuck.
Yeah, Tet is -140. Tyler Shuck is +140, and I think it's going to come. Yeah,
how much he's improved Bryce Young's game, it means a lot. But a quarterback, we're giving quarterbacks all the awards nowadays.
He's a 2nd-round pick out of Louisville. Now, I know he's 26, so he is a little older as a rookie, but
look at Bo Nix.
Exactly. My thing is, he's better than Cam Ward. He's better than Shador. All these quarterbacks that came into
more experienced.
He's better than all of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you don't give it to Tyler Shuck right now. You know who he has resurrected? Chris Olave.
Olave, bro. He's a fantasy championship winner, bro.
So, and Chris Olave has made me some money too, like just laddering him up, because he was in the hospital every other week with
how does the ladder work? It's progressive, right? Like you can go, okay, I got a ladder that he'll get 50, 100, 100.
Yes, correct.
So you win, and then if you don't hit it, you just didn't get that.
Yeah, so like I ladder, say his over under receiving yards is 65.5. I'll hit the over that 75, 85. I'll do to like 110.
You gotta keep putting a little money on each of the ladders. Yeah, so correct. You'll lose out, but I bet you get paid out. That's smart. You get paid out. So it's like even if you lost, you're still profiting.
Correct. So yeah, that's our thing. We're Tyler Shuck fans on this.
I like the kid.
Yeah, I like the kid as well.
Anyone who plays with a chip on their shoulder, like not recruited heavily coming out of high school, even, and especially in college, not getting much playing time. Kid's a baller.
By the way, I forgot to mention this to you as well. The kid Estime, their running back, is from St. Joe's in Montvale, New Jersey.
He went to Notre Dame, bro.
Yeah,
bro. That's a blue chip kind of person, right? You go to St. Joe's, then you go to Notre Dame.
Blue collar, provides for his family. He's hard working. He does it the right way.
Like a 1% type of athlete, academics type.
Yes, very smart. I mean, you go to St. Joe's, and if you guys don't know, St. Joe's is a great Catholic school here in New Jersey. Then you go to Notre Dame, which is like right below Ivy League. And now you're in the NFL.
It might be harder to get into than some Ivy League schools.
Right? Yeah. So, when I saw that, I was like, Joe has to know this.
Oh, Audrey Estime. Yeah, dude. There's a couple. Kyle Mullen guy played in a big North. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest one is McCourty's.
And the McCourty's. Yeah. But there's guys right now, even.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, shout out St. Joe, state champs.
How you doing?
Don't disrespect them. But you were talking about this 49ers, and that was a hell of a game. I mean, Sunday night it was a shootout. It's the first NFL game in history where the opposing teams kept tying each other 7-7, 14-14, 21-21, 28-28, and 35-35. That is crazy. But I'll say this, the biggest takeaway for me, yes, this offense is humming right now with Brock Purdy, without George Kittle, and they're getting healthier. But the Bears could play with anyone.
Anyone. They can compete. It's the defense leading the way. Let's be real. Takeaways. Like, I hate to say it, Jets. You fall into an interception at least once in a year. It's 17 chances to do so in 18 weeks. You think one will, but the Bears are leading the way with that takeaway on defense. So credit there. Obviously, they have someone in Caleb Williams leading the offense, the belief, the play calling. It's all culminating in a really good team that's fighting for what was the 1 seed, but now the 2 seed. And if they win, what did they got the last week?
The Seahawks.
They do, right?
Yeah,
so
for the 1 seed.
Wait, you sure? Isn't it
the 49ers and the
49ers Seahawks play, not the Bears? I was asking the Bears.
Oh yeah, let me say.
Yeah,
I know. They have the Lions.
Hey, I guess they're gonna want to win because the Eagles could take the 2 seed right over them. So if they lose, right? So they got teams still vying for seeding, but man, I think the 49ers are legit, man. Brock Purdy's a magician. He did outperform Caleb Williams. Perky Purcell coming back, like you said, Kittle. Yeah. That's why I argue that Shanahan may do coach of the year, right? It might be his 100%. Best coaching job. Elvis has hit that time and time again. And like coaching the guys up without the athletes you had not being healthy to be in this spot. I mean, it might be more so than taking a second-year quarterback to an MVP candidacy with Mike Vrabel. I think this between those two as well. It's pretty much a neck-and-neck race between the two guys for coaching.
If you didn't listen to our future show in the summer, Elvis gave out Kyle Shanahan Coach of the Year at plus 900. Right now, he is second behind Mike Vrabel at plus 150.
He's humming right now. Speaking of humming,
yeah,
he's humming with that pick because it's either going to be his guy or his pick.
So he's good either way. But if you sit back with all the injuries, all the guys they've lost, Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, Bosa, Ricky Pearsall, you got the one wide receiver who still had Brandon Ayuk, who still hasn't come back.
Touched the field, driving 100 past it though.
Yeah, past the stadium. What a petty move. But outside of that, you deal with all that. This is his greatest in regular season coaching job. Kyle Shanahan is fucking dialed in right now.
Brilliant head coach. And he leads the guys. Yeah. So I think you got another one he would want to play for. He's got 100%. The pedigree too from his pops. So I mean, it's passed down. He's got a lot of knowledge in his short years because he's still got a lot in the tank.
And Christian McCaffrey literally does it all. I mean, he runs the ball well. He ran for over 135 yards. He had 41 reception yards as well. I think he needs 110 or something to have 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving. Like this guy literally does it all. I
think you could have credited him for like at least a game in a year, like a game or two.
Yeah,
like getting a win. Look what he did. Like when he was on the Panthers, he was the focal point, and he still kind of is. But like, man, he gave the Panthers an extra win or two each year, and that's what you could say he's doing for the 49ers.
I think there's only two players in NFL history with 1,000-yard receiving and 1,000-yard rushing. Marshall Faulk, 1999, and Roger Craig, 1985.
Ooh.
It's the 1,000 club.
How about that? So it's also now Christian McCaffrey.
And now Christian McCaffrey. Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer already.
Yeah. I man.
Just on stats.
On stats alone, right? I think the thing that comes into question as we're seeing who are the finalists for the 2026 NFL Hall of Fame, it comes to accomplishments as well, right? You think, and not just like statistical anomalies. If that was the case, I don't think a lot of guys would probably already been in. And if it was just solely accomplishments, I think you could say the other way around, which you need both to back it.
And yeah, he is minus 25-1 for comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. So he's locked that in. So yeah, it was
that's crazy. Who would have been as well? Wasn't Dak out last year?
Yeah, so it was Dak. He's 45-1. Aiden Hutchinson is 40-1, and Trevor Lawrence is 10-1. And right now, Christian McCaffrey's minus 2,500. So he's gonna win it.
Yep.
And then Monday night, I did not expect this. They ruined my teaser.
Atlanta.
And honestly, you mentioned it. You mentioned on Twitter, hey, what's the play tonight? I said, Rams -7. They're gonna come out, smoke them. They
can't dismiss them.
Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson is elite. 22 carries, 195 yards, and Kirk Cousins really didn't do anything, but he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't get sacked, and that's surprising coming from this defense. And Matthew Stafford played himself out of the MVP. Going into it, he was minus 250. He is plus 280 right now. And thank God we don't have Elvis on the pod, because all we would be hearing about is Drake fucking May.
Drake May. No, what what's the nickname he got? Is Drake May? Yeah, no, he's sick, bro. But yeah, it's unfortunate that Stafford could have gotten his, in this late part of his career, his one and only MVP award, and he's not getting it. Yeah, I agree. I do think that it's Drake May.
I agree.
What do you think is it his to lose in week 18 and his 17th game? Could he do anything to lose the award at this point? Is there anything Stafford can do to earn it back? No.
They have an easy game, the Patriots at home against the Dolphins, compared to the Rams, who are out at home against the Cardinals. It's like, are the voters going to put anything into that? That's my thing. I think he lost it. If he would have went into Hotlanta,
or maybe came back after everything that happened, the pick six. That throw at the end was a little controversial.
It was a catch.
I don't know what a catch is anymore, right? It makes me question what I know.
I stood up. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to bed," and then I saw the catch, and I said,
"Oh,
yo,
he got life."
He grabbed it, got 2 feet in, and came down with it.
Yeah.
They had
Puka is so sick, dude. And I think also what should go into consideration is what these athletes have earned, right? Like, I think you got to call what's on the field, but at the end of the day, he's doing everything and has proven time and time again he can make those type of catches. I think he deserves to have that register as a catch.
Yeah. I mean, that would have went into OT. That would have been a crazy game. So
yeah, the little field goal at the end would have, pushed it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm rooting for Atlanta. Sorry, it's been a long day. I was like, oh, I'm rooting for Atlanta to win, so it doesn't matter what happens, and that just create chaos. But I'm actually rooting for Tyler Shuck. So never mind that. We want Carolina to win that. But yeah, overall, it was a really good weekend. I got there with my prop of the week. We get there with the dog of the week. Didn't get there with the lock because the Packers fucked me. Snoop Huntley balled out. And teaser, Rams, they fucked me as well. So
I just didn't hit the teaser. I hit pretty much everything else. I had the dog was barking. Fins, both of us taking them. Didn't Elvis take him too?
He took the Texans. They won out.
Oh, he took the dog, but who he did in that game? He took the Bucks. I think he took the Bucks. I think he did. We were like, no,
that's bad.
So yeah, lock, dog, and big prop as we're
Tyler Shuck, 2+ touchdowns, baby.
2 touchdowns. And then I told you that little mention about the Giants not only winning on the money line, but plus 850. If you guys were listening, on special teams, anytime defensive touchdown.
Oh my God, Brian Burns.
So
wow, I
actually could have hit twice. They took away one.
Yeah.
But the return,
there needs to be some investigation in Vegas, because you saw Pete Carroll smiling when they were losing. I'm like, oh yeah, they're tanking.
But it's like, I've heard sports talk radio. I'm hearing New York sports talk, and all they're arguing about is the differences of the Jets and the Giants, like winning and losing. It's like they wanted the opposite. They wanted the Jets to win to say that, hey, like, give their fans something, and they want the Giants to lose so they can have a better pick. So the Raiders go in there, get the number 1 pick overall. Fernando Mendoza, welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome to Las Vegas. So it doesn't matter. He's going to be bounced out this week. So doesn't matter. All right, okay, let's get to these power rankings. I'm very interested to see your first power rankings. But before we do that, quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market. Hands down, is no wonder why Viva was voted number 1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life. And we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around at golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Ohio State beat up Miami. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanca tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the G Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. Joe, I will start us off here. We usually go 1 through 10, unless Elvis has a case to make where he says, you know what, I got 2 teams at like 11, but I'm going to start with a game that I get frustrated about when I bet on this team. I bet on them. I laid the one. It was a monsoon at home. Defense stepped it up in the second half. I have the Buffalo Bills at number 10. Now, Josh Allen did not play a good game. Now, if he would have made that throw for the two-point conversion, I think a lot of people would have been like, oh, they would have kind of forgot. But, he didn't play that good. And they always play down to their competition, which worries me going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because there's always good teams. So
where's his help besides Cook?
That's the thing. Khalil Shakir, and they're more of like a tight end base with Dawson Knox.
And they can't do it alone, no. I don't feel like.
So I like Sean McDermott at times. I think the defense is good at times, but this is a very up and down team. They make me mad, but they are when they're a good team, they're a good team. So I had to put them in my top 10. I put them above Chargers, and I knocked the Chargers out because of that loss to the Texans. Give me the Bills at number 10.
And that's funny. I was right there kind of between the two, getting that 10th, and I have the Chargers. I did choose that the Chargers are just being a little bit more well coached. I do think that McDermott actually hurts the team as well at times. He hurts the Bills. Let's be real. Time and time again, he makes bad decisions in the fourth quarter, time management. So I think we're talking about power rankings. You got to involve the coaching as a whole, what you're getting out of a hurt Josh Allen, where he's the engine of the team. If you don't have that motor, you really have nothing. And so they're backing into the playoffs. So I left them out of the top 10. I put the Chargers right in front of them.
All right. At number 9, another team that lost, but like I said, they could play with anyone. Give me the Bears, 11-5, and they were a play or two away from winning that game. And what we've learned is obviously how good in culture setter Ben Johnson is. Him and Caleb Williams are a great match, and I was very critical of Caleb Williams last year. He had a couple coordinators, he had a bad coach, so it was a shit show. Now you have Ben Johnson. You could see he's taking that next step. Now, do I want him to stay in the pocket a little more? Yeah, but now I'm nitpicking. But I do think he's a really good quarterback. I think they have a lot of weapons. I think the offensive game plan is really good. And I think defensively, the only thing I worry about is them not being able to get pressure consistently. But outside of that, if they could get turnovers, they're going to be in every game. They lead the league in turnovers. So if they could force a turnover in every game, if you told me they're going to force a turnover in every game in the playoffs, it wouldn't surprise me them in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, easily
I got the Bears at 9.
And they could host a couple of them. I do trust them a little bit more. Like, in your opinion, what do you think was a worse loss? Them losing to the 49ers in that all-time classic, or the Rams last night losing to the Falcons?
What was the worst loss? The Rams.
Yeah, the Rams. And I think that was also a catastrophic loss. You lose the MVP race, you lose the momentum, you lose some seeding. And so I actually put the Rams at this spot at 9. Yeah, I think it was bad just all around. And you've seen this time and time again through a healthy team where at times they don't play their best ball, and it's really bad. And it shouldn't be on McVay as much, but they do get penalties, and so they are a penalized team when they're not having things go their way. So when they're ahead, they're healthy and they're very hard to stop. But if they're trying to play catch up, as you can see, they can lose these close games. So then it happened with the Seahawks the week before. This is 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Hey, I feel you. That I did not expect this. Is why I like you having here, because you'll put the Rams down. Number 8. Give me the Houston Texans. Big win, beating the Chargers. This is one of the hottest teams. 3 straight years for DeMeco Ryans getting into the playoffs. I worry a little about this offense, because if they're not clicking and CJ Stroud's turning the ball over, I worry where the points are going to come. I don't worry about the defense. Defense is arguably the best defense.
They can't connect on 40-yard strikes like that.
Yeah, and I think that's what we learned. We learned what they were able to do to Justin Herbert, not just in the playoffs, but last week as well. They have the best defense in the NFL. So, I mean, what they're doing is insane. They've allowed the fewest points in the NFL. They're only allowing 16 points per game, 4th lowest yards per play. They're only giving up 4.5 yards per play.
Who would else argue it? Would it be the Broncos D as being the best in the league?
Yeah, exactly. So, I would argue the Rams, not after last night, though.
Yeah, right.
I like the Jacksons.
I like the Texans where you put them. I had them 1 spot ahead, but for me at 8, I drop the Eagles. I did. I think it's just talented team, right? All around. Look what happened in the second half. You got a team that could carry the quarterback, but in the playoffs, you're going to need that quarterback. So I think they're just down a peg in my spot. In my words, a talented, dysfunctional team right now. Talented dysfunction throughout.
And I got the Eagles at number 7. I mean, they have, you mentioned defense. I think the Eagles have a top 5 defense as well. What Vic Fangio's able to do, they have a Super Bowl caliber defense. And what Vic Fangio's been able to do, their secondary with the young studs in Cooper DeJean and Adion Mitchell have been fantastic. So I love their defense. It's just, is Lane Johnson coming back? That offensive line stinks. They can't run the ball. I like Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts, but like he's a winner, but it's just like the offensive play calling. I think they took a step back with losing Kellen Moore.
All year we've been waiting for them to show us that they are the defending champs, and they had yet to do so. Are they going to do it in the playoffs? Are they going to finally turn it on there? I think that's why they're just down a peg in my book.
Yeah, I got them at number 7.
And I had the Texans ahead of it. I just think they deserve the nod because the starter 0-3 to now be the dark horse of it. I don't think either any team in the AFC wants to play either AFC South team.
At number 6, I put them up a little. I dropped them, but I have them up a little higher than you. It's going to be the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, last night, that was a tough look. Matthew Stafford played probably his worst game of the year, and let's not kid ourselves. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Matthew Stafford. He's amazing, and what you mentioned, it was in this late of his career, could have got his first MVP. Worry about the defense a little bit. I thought it was a really good defense, but you'll allow that with Bijan Robinson. You got a lot of good teams in the playoff that are able to run the ball. So we'll see if Devontae Adams could come back. He is dealing with that groin injury, but Puka Nacua is amazing. I love Blake Corum and Karen Williams, but we'll see. This team has they've kind of fell a little bit this last 3-4 weeks. So, I got the Rams at 6.
McVay, of all people, should know to stop the star players, like a Belichick game plan. Like, take those guys out. Let the, role players beat you on any given night. But I put the Bears there. I had the flip-flop just where you were. 2 ways, right? We did the Rams and the Bears in their positions, and then the Eagles and the Texans. Funny how that happened. So, I had the Bears. I think, as we said, the losses are just 2 differences between how the Rams lost Monday night last night and then how the Bears lost against, San Francisco, who can host throughout the playoffs. So that comes to say, if they're going to play in San Fran, who knows? The Bears could wind up victorious.
Yeah. All right. And then cracking the top 5, I got to put the Jags. I mean, this team is good.
Top 5 team.
Yeah, they have
scariest team in the playoffs.
They could be 13-4 and finish the year. I mean, what a year. Trevor Lawrence has really finally been that player that the Jags were paying, and they drafted the number 1 overall back in, I think, 2021. So he's played really good. He hasn't turned the ball over. They're winning games. The defense is really good. Travis Etienne is running the ball well. What a pickup getting Jacoby Myers as well. I love this Jaguars team, and I think people got to start putting respect on Liam Cohen as well. Yeah. He's a hell of a coach as well.
Duval.
Exactly. Top 5. Give me the Jags.
Bro, I have 5 at Jags as well, man. I just said it exactly that they're the scariest team in the playoffs. I think they're averaging the most yards per rush as well this year per the running backs that they have. And then Trevor Lawrence deserves a little more respect for comeback player of the year because, I mean, he's involved with Liam Cohen at the helm. So, I got to put the Jags as a top 5 team.
Oh, I love that. At number 4, I put them down, even though they won, because they beat a third-string Chris Oladokun. But give me the Broncos, 13-3. At a certain point, we're going to sit there and say, you know what? The Broncos were playing with fire all year. They're winning all these close games, and eventually, I think Bo Nix is not going to have a game. I think Sean Payton is not going to be able to call a good game in the playoffs. And who are they going to rely on? The defense has kind of regressed a little bit as well. So I think they're walking a thin line here. They're playing with fire, and I think eventually they're going to get burnt. But they're probably going to be favored if they get the 1 seed. Every game at Mile High, they should be the favorite. So
if they
we'll
lock up that
see.
one seed.
It's hard to go up in Mile High and win, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Chargers may want to play spoiler, but I heard from Elvis that Jim Harbaugh wants to play pussy and don't want to play starters.
Yeah, he's starting them. He's sitting him.
He's sitting them. So I mean, that could be just a locked up for the Broncos, and he should have want that, right? Because he wants the Patriots to get the 1 seed. So I mean, come on. But I think in 3 and 4, you could flip flop the Seahawks and the Broncos. We argued who's got the best defense in the league. For me, I put the Seahawks behind the Broncos because I do think that the pass rush has just been a little more superb than the Texans or the Seahawks from the Broncos. It has been all time. Let's be real about it. Even though, like you said, you could argue with the statistics who's number one. So yeah, these teams are neck and neck, and I just have the Seahawks a peg down because going into Week 18. I mean, they did crush Carolina, who's arguably going to be a playoff team, depending if they win. It's really a loss in Week 18 would kill all their momentum. They need to kind of win, and so the must win going into that.
Yeah, for me at number 3, give me the 49ers. I mean, what they're able to do right now, I mentioned it a little earlier in the show. All they've lost, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. They lose Brock Purdy for a while. Kyle Shanahan should be coach of the year. He's long overdue as well. He's nearly won the award twice, finishing second in 2019 and 2022. But like I said earlier, I think this year has been his best work yet. A lot of the roster reset. They bring in my boy Bobby Salah back at defensive coordinator. And, a lot of people viewed this year as kind of like a reset and a chance to grow maybe some of the new and young players. But instead, Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers are 1 win away from the 1 seed, despite all that I just mentioned, all the multiple stars being hurt. So, I'm going to keep bringing them up because I have a lot of respect, and I think the Jets did him dirty. Robert Saleh was a huge offseason move for not just Kyle Shanahan, but for this organization.
Yeah.
Made him just worry about the offense, and it's been one of the best. They're averaging over 30 points per game, the 49ers right now. He's proved to the league he is good as any coach, especially play calling. So I love this 49er team. They're sitting at number 3 for me.
Mac 10 or Glock Purdy, it don't matter who's there. But like I said, at 3 for me, I had the Broncos. So we were just, for me, arguing if I could put the Seahawks ahead of them or the Broncos ahead of them. But I think the real hot take for me is who you just said, who you had at 3. I got to mention my 2 seed right here, right into the 2. I actually have the Patriots, brother. I'm going with the Patriots as my 2 seed. Like I said, it's Seahawks at 4, Broncos at 3, and Patriots at 2. I just think the NFC is a little bit tougher. I think the scheduling was a little bit tougher. I think the games played and the environments are a little bit tougher. And so I think they're just getting a little bit of an edge for me in my top 10. And so that's why I put the Broncos at 3 and the Pats at 2. Who you got at 2?
Yeah, at number 2, I got the Pats. I mean,
Seahawks at 1.
100%. I got the Seahawks at 1 and Patriots at 2. I mean, I know, Elvis, if you're listening, you beat the Jets.
Exactly.
I'm at to the point where I can't even name some of our starters. It's that bad. And everyone's like,
no regard, no respect. Vrabel will go stomp on their necks.
Yeah, Vrabel went up to jack he wanted to run the score up. Okay, you're cool. Like, it's the Jets. Like, that doesn't do anything for me. Like, yes, Drake May is an elite quarterback. Absolutely.
Maybe locked up the MVP with 90%. You know what I mean? 90%
like,
completion is crazy. Video game numbers.
Yeah, cool. But that's like you beat the Jets. Like, I got no respect for that. So, like, and people are like, oh, the Jets haven't got an interception or a takeaway. Good. Because when it's 20 years down the road, I endured everything. I endured the worst season ever as a Jet fan. So when we're on top of the league, I could be like, listen, we never even got a turnover. In 18 weeks, we didn't get 1 turnover.
That might be a little worse than not even getting a win.
Right?
No.
And at number 1, I got the Seahawks you mentioned. I mean, I think this team has been analytically and just eye test for me, the most complete team. Do you know the Seahawks record when Sam Darnold has turned the ball over 2 times or more?
How many times he's done it?
No, what their record is when he's turned the ball over
Oh,
2
when
times.
he has? Oh,
Yeah.
if you're asking this type of question, I'm gonna go if he's turned the ball over twice in the game, that's probably happened about half of their games. And so I'm gonna say 8-0. You said just this year?
5-1.
5-1, bro. They
And
can carry him. Talking about
the
teams carrying
defense.
quarterbacks like the Eagles carrying Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Yeah, man, the Seahawks carry Sam Darnold. But I mean, the connection with Jackson Smith and Jigba, he seems to have that other connection down there. I like it. It's hard to play the 12th man, too. Good luck playing in that loud house. I mean, they always have that barn jumping. But, as for me, I'd put the 49ers at 1. I know it may be controversial, like you said, in terms of record and placement. I mean, they're not ahead of the Seahawks, but it's coming down to week 18 and going into it. We talked about months ago, 2 months prior. I said I might have these 49ers if they keep winning, getting the 1 seed. And if they do, you got to put them at 1 because they just beat your number 1 seed. And I say the power rankings way to do it is to put them there.
Oh,
So,
kid, I love it. Thank you so much. That was very fun. I did not expect that. We all had kind of the same ones in. I know you put the Chargers in. I kind of left them out. They were at 11.
We had different spots.
I had to drop Green Bay. They're at 12 for me. I mean,
you can't put the Ravens or the Steelers.
No,
Carolina or Bucks.
No.
Oh, you can put the Falcons ahead of them, especially if they win.
Yeah. So I couldn't do that, but that was very fun. Thank you, kid.
Yeah.
Let's get to the college playoffs. I mean, we got Coastal Carolina on right now. They're up 14-6. Just started the fourth quarter. We got
any other bowl games? Yeah.
We got Tennessee taking on Illinois at 3:00 or 5:30, excuse me, in the Music City Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, that's gotta be fun.
We know Tennessee's gonna have the home crowd advantage because everyone's in Nashville.
Yeah,
I laid the 2.5.
What is it? This is Vols, right? They're Knoxville.
Yeah, they're in Knoxville, but that's still not a far drive.
No.
So yeah, I laid the 2.5 with the Volunteers. I know I like Brent Benamy. I think he's a good coach, but I just think the home crowd advantage is going to be too much.
Don't they have that quarterback still too? Isn't he going to play?
Who?
The Pacific Islander dude?
No, he went to the West Coast. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. What, after this year he went, or he had been left?
No, he went after last year.
Wow, so I'm off. Where did he go?
He went to UCLA.
That's right. Okay, so now I do remember that. They had a good year, didn't they, UCLA?
I don't know. They were okay. They're
not in any bowl games and not so fast.
Not so. I'm just checking their record. They were
7-5.
No, they were 3-6.
Oh, not so good
in the conference. 3-9 overall. So no, he did not do good.
Yeah,
he's a bum.
Should have probably stayed where he was.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was on the Heisman talk. That's why. And then
and then he wanted to get paid, and their volunteers were like, "Yeah, no thanks." We have the Alamo Bowl tonight in San Antonio. We have the Trojans going on the road and taking on TCU for a home game. Trojans laying 4 plus 4.5 for TCU.
I'll lay the 4.
Yeah, I just think the Trojans, even though one of their best receivers is sitting out pussy, I just think the Trojans are a much better team. 9-3. We'll see what the fuck is his head? Lincoln Riley. I always forget Lincoln.
He's still coaching SC.
Yeah, he's still coaching SC. Damn. Yeah. So, by the way, the reason I said pussy is because you have one chance in your life to play football.
People would die this opportunity.
Yeah, like if I had a time machine, bro, and you had to pay to go back and play, I would pay to go back and play football. Easily.
Give up my messed up pinky.
Yeah, literally. So, by the way, there's some pretty interesting bowl games tomorrow morning as well.
What game? Because there's the Sugar Bowl first. Or what's the one? Cotton Bowl? What's the first one?
Yeah, it's the Cotton Bowl with Ohio State. But let's go to what is it? Reala Quest Bowl in Tampa, Florida. We got the Volunteers of Vanderbilt taking on Iowa State Hawkeyes. Kid, I'm taking the 5.5 with the Hawkeyes.
Take the plus. Take the plus points.
Diego Pavia is kind of he's rubbed me the wrong way after that whole Heisman thing. I know he's going to be playing, but their best tight end for Vanderbilt is sitting. So I think Iowa, I think they have the coaching advantage as well.
I think the coaching, the game plan, it's going to be one of those. Every time Iowa plays a game like this, it's like 10-10 going into an Iowa field goal to win it all. Going back to the Kirk Herbstreit play, that's what is probably going to happen. 13-10 Iowa.
I love it. The Battle of the Devils. We got Arizona State taking on Duke in the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas.
Well, that's a Battle of the Devils, but they do have Sun in the bowl name, so you got to go with the Sun Devils.
I mean, I'm just going them because I think I'll take the plus 3.5 with the Sun Devils just because I don't think Duke should be favorite.
Give me the plus money.
I do not think they're good at all. They won the ACC, but that's kind of
some teams deserve to lay the points, and you're okay with it. But some teams, if you're getting that +5 or plus whatever, I'll take it.
I almost could have went to this one if I was still in Orlando, but the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, we got the
Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Yep,
I want to be there.
Yes,
Cheez-It's my favorite snack. I don't get as you get to.
It is. Michigan and Texas. Texas laying 6.5. I even see a 7s in some books, so shop around. It pains me, but I probably would have to take the team up north. I mean, Kyle Whittingham is going to coach.
Really?
And Texas has been fluky all year for me. I can't trust them. That's
starting?
A big number.
Arch is starting?
Yeah, but
I don't trust Arch Manning. Give me Michigan.
Yeah, I'm going to take the points as well. Utah, without Kyle Whittingham, laying 14.5 here against Nebraska. That is too big of a number.
Too big of a number.
That's the Las Vegas Bowl in Allegiant Stadium.
But teams, they do play it, and they play invested, they play inspired, they play inspired ball when even not only gaining a head coach, but losing one. I'm laying the points.
Wow.
Yeah. Utah in a bowl game, they're going to blow them out.
Yeah. No, I agree. Just 14.5 is a lot.
It's not hard. It's not easy, the one to swallow there. It's like taking the Pats over 14.5 first half points.
Oh, my God.
Ballsy right there.
Let's go to the Cotton Bowl. First game on Wednesday, New Year's Eve, 7:30 at Jerry World. Ohio State laying 9.5, plus 350 on the money line, plus 280 for Carson Beck and Miami. Over-unders 41. Michael Irving will be on the sidelines, kid. What do we like?
Oh, man, the fiery. What are you going to have? Mario Cristobal trying to defend himself against Michael Irvin attacking him and stuff.
Jeez.
So, oh, man, but I think it's just too much stacked against them. I know they have all the momentum and reality, because you got to buy, but it's Ohio State we're talking about here. This is probably one of the most talented teams we've seen, right? They were talented last year. They might be more talented this year, and that's saying a lot. So yeah, I just got to take Ohio State in this position. I think they're aiming to rematch Indiana. I think that's their hope. But, the onus is on Indiana to get past their matchup. So I think Ohio State's focused on the task at hand. Ryan Day will have those boys ready for Miami. And I think you lay the points all day with Ohio State against Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it as well. I cannot trust Cristobal either. I know he's had 2 weeks to prepare, but that's
fiery, but it might not be enough.
Yeah, and that offense, yes, I understand Texas Tech had a good defense, but that offense is not going to do a lot against Ohio State. Ohio State's defense is the best in the country. They're going to be
the way they run the ball.
Yeah. And I just think Julian Sain is going to be able to pass on this team. That's why I took Cardell Tate to have an anytime touchdown as well.
Nice.
You get that at plus 190. Scored a touchdown in 4 straight games as well, going back to the regular season. So, by the way, promo code Dream25 over on Props.Cash. I do like Cardell Tate. That's going to be one of my props, but I love Cardell Tate. Julian Sain and him just have a really good connection. So I'll lay it here with Ohio State. I just think they're the better team. And
do we have an over under for Carson Beck's interceptions?
Yes, I could get that for you.
Because I would take the over. If they're going, I would say if we could just ask for one pick, I would see the odds on that, but I would be ballsy enough to take over 1.5 if there is. He'll throw 2 picks in this game.
It's favorite minus 200 for 1 interception.
Yeah. I'm thinking he may even throw 2. What's that say?
I don't have that number right in front
Well,
of me.
I'm thinking
if the books don't have it, it's sharp.
They're down big, right? Carson Beck, they're going to rely on him, not Mark Fletcher running the ball as much, and I think that's what they need to do to kind of establish the pace early, and they're not going to do that. You're going to let Ohio State dictate the clock, and it's going to be Miami and Carson Beck trying to play catch-up. He's going to throw himself into some picks.
I love it, kid.
Yeah.
I love it. I even think Jeremiah Smith could have a huge game. His receiving yards is 81.5, which is kind of high, but
I
he
just
went.
say they're a little scary. As much as you may want to take multiple
I
touchdowns or
know.
over in his props, it's like you said, they could throw it to Cardale White, Tate. They could throw it other
Yeah.
places, and they'll be fine. Hey, Jalen Sane could run it in himself. So
Yeah. Noon Eastern, New Year's Day, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders taking on Oregon. Early start time here, kid, and this is the Orange Bowl in Miami at the Hard Rock. Oregon laying 2.5 here, minus 134 on the money line, plus 114 for the Red Raiders. Total is 51.5. This is my dog of the week. Give me the Red Raiders, plus 114 on the money line.
I love it. They spent the most money.
They spent the most money. They're the best team in the Big 12, and they are a more physical team than Oregon. When they put their bodies onto and their hands on Oregon, Oregon's gonna be like, wow, okay, this team is for real.
Jacob Rodriguez running around hitting people.
Bro,
not
he's
gonna
a
like
fucking
that.
beast.
Yeah, like I said, he should have been out there for the Heisman candidacy. Give the defensive players some respect. And I just think in football, I do agree with Randy Moss. There's not too many Cinderellas. In basketball, there may be in other sports, but in football, there isn't really. And Oregon, I think, they're still a powerhouse. They've been more comfortable in the playoffs. Dan Lanning is a really good head coach. And yes, as much as I wanted to take Texas Tech, how much points are they getting? They're obviously going to be the underdog,
plus
right?
2.5.
I can't take just 2.5. I think this is a 3-point game. I think the odds makers have this correct. So in reality, I think I'll go and lay the 2.5 with the Ducks.
Let's head out to Pasadena for the Rose Bowl. Indiana laying 7.5 here against the Crimson Tide.
That's a lot of points.
Plus 205. It is going to be pouring
in Pasadena.
Yes, on Thursday afternoon. 47.5 is the total. Kid, I'm going to lay it here with Indiana just because I think Alabama is a very one-dimensional team. They cannot run the ball. It's going to be pouring out. Fernando Mendoza is going to pick them apart. Yes, 7.5 is a big total. I think it's a great teaser option. They should win the game. I just think Indiana's defense, when Alabama's that one-dimensional, you know what the game plan is. And
they can be suffocating.
And I'm not a big Kellen DeBoer fan. I think Kirk Cignetti is a way better coach than Kellen DeBoer. Yep. Give me Indiana. I'll lay the 7.5. I know it's big.
I just didn't like the numbers for Indiana, and I'm not confident in taking any points even with Alabama. I think they could, I think they can lose and have Indiana. It could be a great team, right? Good teams win, great teams cover. I think that it's hard for me to take the plus points. So here's the thing: like, is Alabama going to be able to score points with their inability to run the ball? I was like poised to take the over team total, but that didn't work out for me in doing just Indiana. So I did take the over in the entire game total of over 47.5. I think that Alabama, they need to score to keep up with Indiana. And I just think that even in an ugly situation, I know you're saying a downpour out in Pasadena, that makes me think that the defensive players may be also slipping around out there. And this isn't the same Alabama team. And they can let up some points against this undefeated. This is the only school that can go for an undefeated season, correct? Yes. Indiana against an undefeated team. This isn't the same old Hoosiers that you've seen in the past. This is a new and improved Heisman winning led team. And I probably would lean Indiana. I really would. But like I said, it is Alabama. They have the pedigree. They have the past, but you're right. They could be outmatched with Kirk Cignetti as a better coach and also the talent around them. So that's why I just went with the team total. And the game total over 47.5.
Nick Saban ain't walking out of that locker room anytime soon.
Imagine he comes out at half like Stone Cold.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. Let's go to Nolans for the Sugar Bowl, where the Bulldogs are technically the home team. Laying 6.5 here against the Rebels. Plus 205 for the Rebels. Bulldogs minus 230. Total is 56.5. It's a high total.
Yeah. It's been a beautiful matchup. So I was just saying, like, how everything worked out in all the bowls. Like, all the bowls match. You get the number one in the Heisman in the Rose Bowl. You get, these guys in the Bayou. I think all the matchups and where they're placed are great.
And to be honest, I think Tulane was able to move the ball here and there against Ole Miss. I'm not sold on Ole Miss, and I just think the way Kirby Smart is the best. Smart. He's the best college football.
We're talking about coaches making the Final Four. That's probably where you should lean.
He's the best coach in the country. Yeah. And if you don't think so, you're not watching football.
So we say Ryan Day. I go Dan Lanning, but who's the Texas Tech head coach?
Oh, I forgot his name.
But there you go, Kurt Cignetti, and then now we're going with Kirby Smart. It looks like the better head coaches will move on their teams.
Joey McGuire.
He's been doing good, obviously. So
yeah, he was at BYU, he was at Utah, Texas A&M, and now he's at Texas Tech. Yeah, I don't mind him. I just think Kirby Smart's they're going to be outclassed by that. I think progressively
there's
as
no
the
head
season
coach for
was ending for Georgia, they were just getting better and better. So yeah, I'm gonna lay it with Georgia. I think they're gonna blow them out. This one kind of was easy for me. Yep. So best bet is going to be Georgia laying 6.5. Dog Texas Tech plus 114. And my teaser, I'm gonna tease Texas Tech to plus 8.5. Indiana down to minus 1.5, and Georgia minus 0.5, and you could get that at plus 140. That is my 3-leg 6-point teaser.
I didn't have any dogs. I didn't take any dogs.
Texas Tech.
No, I didn't take Texas Tech. I took Oregon minus 2.5.
Wow. Favorite Chalk Joe.
Yeah, so that's why I don't have a dog. What would be my best bet? Probably like Ohio State the most, right?
Well, you did take Iowa plus 5.5.
There would be my dog if you want to consider all the bowl games. Of course. Yeah, I like Iowa. That, like I said, keep the points 13-10.
Oh, wow. All right, kid. And then I do wanted to mention one other bowl game because I think we're going to record around like Friday or Saturday in the new year. But really good game, and we can never fade a Service Academy on Friday, 4:30 at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. The Midshipmen taking on Cincinnati. Cincinnati's, man, they've not come into this game hot. They've lost 4 in a row.
Set up for Navy to get it done.
And Navy's dominated this year. 10-2. They won the Army-Navy game. They're laying 7 here. I'm going to take them. They are going to roll the Wildcats.
I got you with the thing. Alternate spread them minus 13.5. They win by 2 scores.
Let's go. Yeah, you can't fade a Service Academy in a bowl game. They take this shit serious. So.
That's right. Fight for our country.
Absolutely. Kid, that's going to do it. Thank you so much. And I'll say this. I'll see you next year, kid.
Yeah, I'll see you next year.
I'll see you next year.
Everyone.
And take care of yourself and each other. Peace.